Welcome to episode 7 of Reboot franchise, and let's jump straight in with some scouting, or rather, just a quick look at the draft stories. Now, I was given a great link by a guy on Twitter, thank you very much, to a thing that helps us see what kind of stories result in what kind of development traits, stuff like that, which will help us. Let's see, that is the kind of thing that's good, but doesn't guarantee anything particular there for linebacker Trey Raymer, but I think that gives him overall points. I won't go too deep into it. However, I will try and remember to put a link to that. It's a Reddit thing, so obviously credit would go to the original creator, but I don't remember who it was. Sorry to that person, but the link should be in the description so you can have a look for yourself if you want to help with scouting in that sense. It's just about the news articles, but it does help. Of course, really what it tells you is negative things are negative, and some positive things are more positive than others, but it is a little nice insight. And then let's see, Texas coach announced that Andre Peed would be suspended for the remainder of the season. That's interesting. I don't think I saw that come up. That would be interesting to see, but I'm not going to be looking to pick up a guy with, behavioral issues purely because I'm not going to risk a draft pick on an unknown commodity, not in the sense of, he's got behavioral issues, because that literally doesn't affect us. Unknown commodity, because I've never seen that before. I don't know what that means for that player, whether he'll be good or bad. So this year, we're just going to have to put our hands up and see what happens. From that year on, I'll take anybody if it means they're a good player and obviously has no effect on Madden. But today, playing the Steelers, we're right now in the race for the first overall pick. Mike Bercovici, we did put him in at quarterback, and then I'm sat here watching the NFL, now watching the Browns, and I'm looking, Hugh Jackson, a guy I hugely respect as a coach and as a guy who can develop quarterbacks, and a guy who can get a lot out of quarterbacks. And I'm sat there, and he's got Hogan in, and now it's going back to Deshaun Kaiser, and I'm thinking, does that give us a free run at, testing out quarterbacks, or should we learn from his mistakes? But I'm taking that, let's take a free run at testing out quarterbacks. We've got 4 more games. Let's get out of this season and start building a real squad. Of course, we've got some players here we'd like to keep. Definitely on defense, that's where most of the rookies were, and I like some of these other cornerbacks too. But, let's just get out of this season. Let's see if we can continue, looking at our own players and seeing who's good. That's what we're doing at this point in the games. Still looking for maybe a win, but right now, we're playing for that number 1 overall pick. So here we go, first game of the year in the snow, I believe, and the Steelers started off, of course, with Le'Veon Bell running, but we've got him on 3rd and 3 here. A chance to get him off the field, a chance for an interception that Terrence Brooks couldn't hold on to, but we get the ball, 2nd and 9 now, and it's a nice completion there to Juju Smith-Schuster, the ex-Steeler, and on 1st and 10, we're running the ball, getting a couple of yards with Tariq Cohen, actually 5 yards, and that's not bad at all. 2nd and 5 now, looking to pass Bercovici, throwing one short to Juju Smith-Schuster, picking up the first down, and he's getting yards right now. Now running with Tariq Cohen again, and look at him just squeeze past guys. He's just so fast, you miss him. He's gone by you before you realise he's even there, and then on 3rd and 4, completion there to Jakeem Grant with the spin move, and he gets into the end zone. A nice run from Jakeem Grant on that touchdown, catches it. Defensive back was never going to catch him, spins away from the only other guy who had a chance and gets into the end zone untouched. Then 1st and 10, the Steelers now trying to move the ball, but sacked there by G.J. Alexander. 3rd and 13 now, Ben Roethlisberger back to pass, and DJ Alexander coming in again. DJ Alexander getting around the right tackle, Marcus Gilbert, and getting to Ben Roethlisberger, forcing the punt here. Jakeem Grant back to receive it, and we know he's dangerous. Gets out of the first contact. Now he's got himself some space to the sideline. Gets away from that defender. 1 man left to beat, and he cannot do it. Tackled around the 30-yard line on 3rd and 9 on the 16-yard line. A pass there. TJ Logan could not hang on, and you can't really blame him. He took a big hit. 2nd and 1, we were trying to stop the run, but Le'Veon Bell bursts through the hole, and there's no one deep to stop him, and Le'Veon Bell takes it into the end zone, 55 yards on that touchdown, and the Steelers make it a 3-point game right now. 2nd and 12, Le'Veon Bell stopped this time by G.J. Alexander, really playing that right side of the field well so far. 2nd and 9, looking to pass, throwing deep, and it's a catch. Absolutely ridiculous. That catch was contested to the very end, but Martavis Bryant makes the catch, brings it in for the touchdown. So 1st and 10 here, and it's a completion by Jakeem Grant. Probably worth bringing up that Antonio Brown is injured for the Steelers. Should have mentioned that earlier, but as we say that, Tariq Cohen bursting through that hole. Who cares if Antonio Brown is injured, because we are scoring points and no one on defense for them is injured. We are doing this legitimately, and Brent Urban there with a sack on Ben Roethlisberger. They've got 40 seconds left in the first half here, and they managed to get it downfield to the 34-yard line. They're now in field goal range. Ben Roethlisberger on 2nd and goal is sacked, and they will run out of time as well. So we go into the half 17-14. Unfortunately, didn't do anything with our first possession. We're just getting away from our defenders there. The user his stick coming in, but it's a bit too late. And then on 1st and 10, Le'Veon Bell again finding space, getting into the end zone for a second rushing touchdown. And again, the Steelers have the ball back again, and Le'Veon Bell again is running away from everybody. Marlon Humphrey now chasing him down. Can Marlon Humphrey catch him? It doesn't look like it. Le'Veon Bell in for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. We just let too many big plays happen. That's our problem. We're pretty good on a down-to-down basis, but then we'll just let the big ones go. 1st and 10 now, and that's just a terrible pass on a slant to a quite open receiver as well, Juju Smith-Schuster there, and it's an interception. 1st and 10 now, Roethlisberger throwing it, Jalen Myrick with the interception. Can he get upfield? It's a good block from DJ Alexander. Roethlisberger didn't have a chance to get near him, and a pick 6 for Jalen Myrick. Now 2nd and 10, going for this screenplay here. Tariq Cohen tackled out of bounds. We've got 1 minute left. Can we get down the field and score a game-winning touchdown? Mike Bergovici with the completion to Seth DeValve, tackled at the 30-yard line. But a holding penalty makes it 1st and 20. A sack makes it 2nd and 32. And now Mike Bergovici is looking for something, just throwing it downfield, forcing the ball. It's picked off by Mike Mitchell, and he gets away from these guys. Bergovici cannot stop him either. I was about to say, can he? No, he cannot. That is the answer, and he'll take this one in for a touchdown. We had a chance to go down and win the game, and we just couldn't. And on 2nd and 10 here, the final play of the game, just launch him on up here, and that is a nice catch by Keenan Reynolds. For a long time there, I thought we had a chance. I thought we were going to win a game, and you know, with that, it's mixed feelings because you want to win the games, but you also want to not win games. But definitely, no line, I wanted to win that game. And Mike Bergovici did play well. He did throw 2 interceptions, but, you know, one of them was where you've got to try and force something. And the other one was a terrible throw, but he played well today. I was actually happy with it. 62% completion percentage, 285 yards. Rushing, we didn't do too much of it, and 2.9 yards per carry is not good enough. But receiving, Tariq Cohen made up for that. 7 for 60. Jakeem Grant 4 for 64. Then he got injured. Seth DeValve with a very nice catch on one play. Juju Smith-Schuster didn't do too badly. Tommy Lee Lewis. Keenan Reynolds with that final catch there. That's going to play into the fact if we have to make a decision about Jakeem Grant or Jeff Janis being injured and that changing things, Keenan Reynolds now has a chance because we only saw one thing from him, but it looked good. And then defensively, we had a tough day. Xavier Gooden, 9 tackles, leading the team. DJ Alexander, 7. Eric Murray, 7. Now, we could have helped the team by letting a few less big plays happen, but the defense gave us plenty of chances too. 3 sacks by DJ Alexander, 2 by Xavier Gooden, 1 by Chris Wormley, 1 by Brent Urban. We, of course, had the interception. Jalen Myrick, whose job is up for grabs. DeAndre Hall showing us something as well in this game, but Jalen Myrick with the pick 6, you cannot ignore that. Of course, he had to take it 15 yards, and that's not too difficult, and it was a nice block as well from DJ Alexander to let him get into the end zone. But, you know, that position is still open. Both guys have now shown us a pick 6, so we're going to have to look for something to separate the two. Jalen Myrick holds on to it for at least another half because, you know, if we decide at halftime DeAndre Hall has shown us something again on special teams, we may put him in now as we are closing the season, and we've got to take a look at him before we start filling this team up with other guys. So, done with the week 1 and 12, let's just scout some college players, and, you know, what we're looking for here is, let's think back to that game. What are we looking for? We're looking for wide receivers who can catch, but we can't look at wide receivers until, you know, there's no point looking at wide receivers until you've got combine results. Tight ends, we can take a look at, and we already have taken a look at. And there are some guys here. Reed Favorite, of course, is looking good. And of course, we do need a replacement, Chance Sugars. Chance Sugars was the stud of the Fire Sale franchise. If we can get a guy like him again, of course, that would be great. With a guy like him, you know, you've just got a security blanket there and a guy who's capable of huge plays. So I think where we need to be looking instead is maybe at the safeties. And that is, you know, with no offense to the guys we've got there, but at the end of the day, we need to upgrade every position. And not much looking good there now. Let's see. B+ hit power we can maybe go up. No, those don't look good at all. Zone coverage. We can scout him. There we go. He's a 5th rounder. Roland Roman. It's an odd looking man, and he does not. Let's take a look at the strong safeties. Are they any better? Again, just one first round prospect. But here's what I like. I like his name, Jamin Miles. That's the kind of guy that looks like he'll be good. He's from Pittsburgh. That's the kind of college where you think he'll be good. and then that's pretty much it. But let's take a look, spend points there on those guys. Not much looking good there, but Jamin Miles, I like the look of A- hit power. You guys know I like a safety who can hit, and this guy can, and he's got a good name. But anyway, with that out of the way, we're going to go play the Browns, and can we maybe pick up our second win of the season? Now we've got a chance to actually win a game. If we don't, what else are we even playing for this season? If we can't at least beat the Browns here late in the season. We looked good against the Steelers as well, and that was away from home. I think we might have a chance here. Baltimore Ravens, Cleveland Browns, two of the worst teams in the NFL this season. Which one will come out on top today? Deshaun Kaiser starting the game off with a play action pressure coming in, but he gets the completion there. That pass good for 18 yards to start this game. 3rd and 2 though, chance to get him off the field. The pressure coming in. Running back tried to stop him, but he didn't have a chance with two middle linebackers coming straight through. And we get the sack. Now 1st and 10. Mike Bercovici running away from pressure, had no choice but to run. But then 3rd and 23 after a, combination of sacks and holding penalties. And a sack there will make us punt it away from the 1 yard line. So of course the Browns have good field position to start straight away. A broken tackle there finally. Two more guys coming in and managing to stop him on a 3rd and 7. Chance to get him off the field. Chance to hold him to a field goal. That's exactly what we do there. A good sack coming in there from Brent Urban. Now running the ball with Tariq Cohen. This is what the game has got to be around. We've got to rally behind Tariq Cohen. 2nd and 2. Going back to him again here on the screenplay. He had to go a little bit around the outside. Gets tackled at the 5 yard line. And then Wendell Smallwood is in for this play. Wendell Smallwood taking it in for the touchdown. We haven't forgotten about him. But behind Tariq Cohen, he's not getting as much playing time. But he gets a touchdown there. And on 3rd and 2, the defense again stopping the Browns. Forcing them to punt. And now Jakeem Grant, the weapon, back here to take this one back, and he finds himself some space. Jakeem Grant looking to get around the outside of these defenders, and he gets tackled at the 49 yard line. 3rd and 10 now at the 39 yard line, and a pass there could not be caught by TJ Logan. A huge chance to make this game really unreachable for the Browns, and a forced fumble there may just make this game unreachable. The score 10-3. Marlon Humphrey takes it into the end zone, but it was overturned. It wasn't a fumble. He was down by contact at the time the ball came out. 3rd and 6. They get themselves a first down here. Continue to match. 1st and 10 going for a screenplay here. We absolutely did not see it coming. And now fighting through some contact. Duke Johnson Jr. picking up more yards. 2nd and 4. They're down at the 7 yard line, but the pressure's coming in. The ball is out. It's recovered by Joe Thomas. We can never recover fumbles. 3rd and 17 though it sets up. And there's another sack. And a great play from DJ Alexander, his 2nd sack of the game. And we hold them to another field goal. Now 3rd and 15. Mike Bercovici trying to make something happen with his feet. Couldn't find an open receiver, but he's tackled short. And then 3rd and 7. Deshaun Kaiser being forced out of the pocket. Able to throw it across the field and get the completion. We cannot stop those passes. They get lucky with those against us far too often. Now Duke Johnson Jr. getting away from defenders, getting tackled after picking up a first down. And now the Browns moving the ball again, and this time straight up the middle. A great leading block there from Joe Thomas coming straight up the middle. 3rd and 8. We're trying to move the ball, but a sack is not going to help us. Jason McCourty in on the sack, and Duke Johnson Jr. again finding space, breaking away from players, and Marlon Humphrey finally makes a tackle. And the 3rd and 2, we managed to stop them here, although he's fighting for those yards. Does not get him, holding to another field goal. The score now 16-10. We were leading at one point, just remember. We were leading 10-3. The Browns have the ball back again. Even good sacks will not stop this drive. They continue to move the ball. Duke Johnson Jr. picking up the first down, is tackled there by Eric Murray. But on 2nd and 8 now, running the ball again. And Duke Johnson Jr. just getting away from defenders. Nobody can catch him. The final play doesn't get him either, and he's in for a touchdown, 30 yards on the play. We're now down 22-10. Trying to move the ball again, trying to get a touchdown. Tariq Cohen doing a good job there, picking up the first down. Now on 3rd and 10, he's just going to throw one up. Mike Bercovici letting the ball go. TJ Logan with the catch. A huge play. 50 plus yards. He just let it go and let him beat the linebacker to it. We had to go for this onside kick, and the Browns managed to recover it. We lose the game. I actually thought we had something there. I thought we had a chance, but actually it went terribly. Now Mike Bercovici, nothing was happening. 36% completion percentage. At least there weren't any interceptions though. He does not throw that many interceptions. Rushing, Tariq Cohen 9 for 45, and we went away from that. I started to realize that, but by the time I realized we really had to pass, and I always realized when it was 2nd down and 10, and then I thought, well no, we've got to pass now. So that's on me as well. Receiving, I just glanced past Tariq Cohen again with the most catches. That's bad. That is bad. Of course, a nice touchdown by TJ Logan. He just managed to put it out there, let him beat the linebacker. And, you know, that was good, but it was all on the defense today. They had a long day, and Eric Murray leads the team with 11 tackles. Xavier Gooden with 10. Let's see, sacks, 2 for Xavier Gooden, 2 for DJ Alexander, 1 for Brent Irvin, no interceptions. You know, we just don't have any luck. We did have a forced fumble, Xavier Gooden, but we didn't recover it. We just don't have any luck with that, with recoveries. That's something we need to work on next year. We need turnovers. We don't have enough turnovers. And the Cleveland Browns beat us by 5 points. At the very least, we know we keep the number 1 overall pick right now. So here we go, 1-13. We obviously knew that already. Time to scout some more college players, and you know, I like looking at the safeties. Let's finish those off. But before we do that, of course, we need to take a look here. So, taking a look at the news, Tobeck wins Heisman. The Wisconsin middle linebacker joins the exclusive club of Heisman-winning defensive players, as if there's a plural there. That, of course, is just Charles Woodson. But winning the Heisman, what that does is it projected round impact goes +1 apparently, overall impact approximately +2, so his overall goes up, and it means he will have a superstar development trait. That, of course, is important, and we would like that, although I think there's a better middle linebacker. We'll have to have a look again at the middle linebackers. Noah Bettle played an important role in Texas offensive, only allowing 6 sacks this season, I don't know. So we'd already scouted Tobeck, and he is a first-round pick. Now, we do know with him, we definitely get the superstar development trait. However, what I think will be important for us, as he's a run stopper, both of them are run stoppers, so that's irrelevant. What's important for us is just the combine stats, because outside of that, they're pretty much identical, except for, of course, Hunter Washington has better tackling, better hit power, better pursuit. So, actually, Hunter Washington might still be a better player, but the superstar development cannot be ignored for John Tobeck. Anybody else here? Not really that great. Now, I did want to look at the cornerbacks, because Marvin Gooden is the projected first overall pick in the draft right now, and if we have the first overall pick in the draft, we're going to have take a look. Now, we shouldn't really do this, but I just wanted a quick look there, because of course this again is a position where if they don't have the speed, you don't draft them, and therefore you might as well wait until the combine results come out. So I don't know why I would, you know, completely say what is wrong with what I just did after doing it. I only thought of it as I was doing it. Derek Clinton Dix from Arizona, probably likely, obviously literally no relation to Clinton Dix, but you never know. It's a nice name. It's nice to have a rarer real NFL name on a player, but you know, it doesn't mean we're going to really look at him. But Marvin Gooden could be good. B-man coverage is all we can see for him right now. No point in spending any more on him. Let's head over to the strong safeties, which we never got to finish, and take a look at all of them. These are bad. These are bad, except for, of course, Jamin Miles. To go back to the name thing, he just sounds like a strong safety, is my point there. Now, quarterbacks we've obviously looked at already. The rest of the points are just going to go on boring players until the combine comes around and we can spend it on guys when we've actually seen how fast they are and the important things. And so that is it. Next week we will be playing the Colts and the Bengals to finish off the season, taking a quick final look at the schedule here. Let's see how it looks for us. Schedule, why did I say schedule when it's the standings? Again, tied with the 49ers. We can't afford to win a game. That's not true. That's not true at all. We obviously don't want to think like that. But worst we can do now, absolute worst we can do now is the second overall pick. And that is great news. Even if it does mean we had a stinker of the season, but it will set us up for long-term success because, well, once we've looked at the players, if we don't want, you know, the first overall pick, jump down a couple of spots, pick up even more draft picks. We've got a bunch of second rounders and things. We're going to have a great time this year. Last year we didn't really have that great a time. We had to trade up for someone. This time it's all set for us.